Let's try this one more again. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is Black Swan. I'm hoping everybody is having a great day. I, on the other hand, my house is 60 degrees and I am in my bedroom sitting in front of the computer talking to you all, sweating like I just ran a marathon. I did say the house was 60 degrees. Yeah. And I'm sweating like I was in a marathon. Mhm. These hormones are no joke. Menopause, menopause, menopause. Yeah, ain't no joke. No joke, no joke, no joke. Okay. Nonetheless, that's not what called came to you all to talk about. Today, I just watched parts 1 and 2 of the Mrs. Danae Jackson, the wife of relationship content creator Derrick Jackson, exposed Philanderer, on the her interview on the Dear Future Wifey podcast channel on YouTube. I don't know the gentleman's name who this has this channel, this platform, but he did a really good job interviewing her, both segments. And I learned a lot about the whole situation. There was a lot that we did not know about this situation, as far as what the general public saw. So let me get into it. I'm gonna take a drink of some Arizona sweet tea because I had lunch and I have had the hiccups off and on. All right, let me back up a little bit for those who don't know about this whole brouhaha. Danae Jackson is the wife of Derrick Jackson. Derrick Jackson is supposed to be, or was supposed to be, some black relationship guru, and has over 4 million followers combined with Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and he's also an author. Um, I know of 2 or 3 books that he's written. There was a series of the Cheating Man's Heart or something like that, and uh, uh, don't, something about crown. Forget your crown. Um, but he's an accomplished author. He's got multiple books, and he met his wife during their time at Tuskegee. They known each other from the time that they were 19 years old. They had been together off and on for almost a decade before they got married. And he had been a philanderer the whole time. And she she loved the man. That's the most I can say. We all, if you're a woman and or man, don't matter. You love somebody, you try to work through all their imperfections, regardless how to a detriment it's going to be for you. You try to do all of it, and some of it does have to do with her childhood and some of the things that she experienced during her childhood. And for that, you'll have to watch the Dear Future Wifey interview. I might touch on a little bit of it, but for real, to hear it from her, you'll understand. And but they got married and they had their first child was already here. And during this whole marriage, this man couldn't seem to keep it with his wife. He was throwing it to everybody but his wife. Um, her interview was impeccable. It was very eloquent and graceful. She was on that Christian grown black woman thing. See, like me, it'd be the other way. I was on that black woman Christian thing. Now, there's a whole difference. I said Christian, black woman, me, black woman Christian. Okay. There's a degree to that. She was more Christian than I would be. Because, yeah, mm-mm. She was truly in her young years. She's so young. Um, she's 2 years younger than my oldest child, and 2 years older than my oldest, 3 years older than my oldest, my youngest daughter. Okay, she has been through a lot, and she really worked through all of that in her own way, in her own timing. And like I said, she did not bash. She did not, she threw a couple shots. I ain't gonna lie. She did. And she did, rightfully so. She deserved that. She deserved to do that. And he deserved to get it because he would have got it worse um, from somebody that didn't have the level of her spiritual journey in life than she had. Than she has. Um, she did this all in Christian love, all in Christian love and respect. Props and kudos to her. But yeah, he just wasn't right at all. And she tried to work through it. And he did the gaslighting thing, something wrong with you, and all the other things wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm perfect. Look at me. I'm bad bodied. And when I say bad bodied, the man got he Danae, Danae had a good looking husband. Has a good looking husband. They still married. They ain't final yet. She has a good looking husband. So, he like, I'm fine. I know I'm fine. The women want me and all this. But at the same time, um, you ain't being true to your followers. You know you married, and you know the basis of everything that your livelihood is about is from women. And like I said, he like women. We're gonna keep it a buck. He like women. Just don't know he want to be married and like women too, and that's not gonna fly. Not for most women. Um, he wanted like in the swinging community, he wanted a hall pass, and that definitely was not gonna fly. He wasn't do what he want to do, and the wife be all right. Wasn't gonna do it. That ain't happening. Okay, not in a Christian household or a true Christian household where the wife and the husband has made those vows to be faithful to one another. At any rate, he's out there doing what he do, and she was being the good wife. Now, things that we didn't know, and I'm jumping from that to when we saw them. Tasha K had numerous interviews with three women who claimed they were philanderees, of course. Yeah, I said it. For Mr. Jackson. I'm petty. I ain't married to Mr. Jackson. He can get it. Um, Not that, but yeah, I don't have any respect for that man, the way he did his wife. I don't care. they came and told their business. Now, a word of advice, since you done ruined this really good marriage to this good woman, whom I pray a good man finds her when she begins her ministry and she's preaching the word, the true word of God to the masses. She finds one that loves her and is faithful to her. When that happens, I hope you are front and center to see it and feel and be kicking yourself because you lost a good one. Anyway, um, Mr. Jackson, just a word of advice. If you're going to be a philanderer, make sure your philanderees keep their cock holsters shut. Let me say it a little cleaner. Mr. Jackson, if you're going to be out catting around, hope you know what catting around means, philandering with them, women, those kind of women, make sure that they can keep their mouths shut. Because had those three women not opened their mouths, you might still be married. You might not. Might not have been as bad. I don't know. But they talk too much. I digress. Anyway, the women went on there, and I could just imagine what it was. If they were so quick to go on Tasha K and air out all their dirty laundry and his too, it must have been a conversation like this. Oh, you going back to her? What she got that I ain't got? I thought you loved me. I thought we were gonna be together. Oh, if you go back to her, I don't care if she your wife. I don't care if she your wife. You go back to her. I'm telling all your business. Oh, you going back to her? Okay, all right, I got you. I got you. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear about it. Boom. Tasha K. Girl, I could tell you everything from what he looked like, what he looked like naked, what he liked to do, how he liked to do it, blah, blah, blah. Bam. Expose. And everybody was watching it. Now, while all that's going on, they're going through a loss in the family. They having to go to a funeral, a wake. They have to travel for it, which is exhausting in itself. The news of this crap is out there, and she finds out she's 8 weeks pregnant. She didn't know at the time, but she found out after she went to the doctor. She's pregnant. Okay. And you come back, morning sickness, tired, tired of his ass, tired of their asses, tired of the asses. We got it. Here you are. Here she is. And she is exhausted. And he's like, come on, baby, we got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do this right now, right now, right now. What part of pregnant and tired you ain't getting it? But she was like, okay, okay, let me pull myself together as best as I can, because right now I ain't liking him and anybody else. And that's where we got the bonnet video. I got her by the hand, vice grip to my body. Yeah, that arm and got the hand vice gripped, and if she try and run, she ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna keep that arm. Y'all remember that video? We all looked, and she looked deadpan. That face, that look on your face when you just over it. You ain't with the shits no more. Just hurry up and get the shit done, because I ain't really want to sit next to this motherfucker for too damn long. Yeah. That's the look I interpreted on her face. Okay. And a lot of people thought, and then of course, here he is. He all, got the gold chain, body all buff and stuff, and the shirt, and the tight shirt, and then he vice gripped her hand, and she ain't saying nothing. And then he looks over at her in sheer fear when he said, "Baby, you want to say something?" And she went to speak, and his face was looking at her like, "Don't say nothing. You ain't got no business. Please don't say nothing." Anytime she opened her mouth in any of the videos that they were together, he looked scared, rightfully so. But she was there for the family. Not, I don't think much for him, but this is his bag. This is how he takes care of us. This is how he takes care of his children. Therefore, i.e., I got it. I gotta handle this. We gotta work, make it work. We gotta make it look good. And then we gone. But she got it. And that's the thing. We didn't know the pregnancy part. I don't know any, you know what, besides celebrities, and half of them ain't trying to make their face or put on some tight clothes or anything when they're pregnant. And you know who's doing that? The person who is dressing them and the makeup artist. Ain't nobody, they ain't doing all that by themselves. I remember being pregnant and I'm like, you lucky I got on this moo and my hair is combed. Okay. Especially during the first trimester when you got nothing but a trash bag in front of you, some crackers, and a 2 liter of Sprite. Yeah. And if it's really bad, some Sofran and some Compazine. Okay. That's it. Okay. You're lucky you got that and that I can muster a damn smile. Okay. So I get it. But that was going on. But we didn't have that information. Therefore, the trolls were out. Oh, I can see why he leaving her. Look how she looked. Let me take this earring off. Look how she look. She got that bonnet on her head. She ain't got no brow on. Why she got on a sweatshirt? Look like she in her pajamas. Why she got on a sweatshirt? And look at why she couldn't have got herself together, put some makeup on and all this stuff. Well, we now know. We pregnant, tired. We just got back from a funeral. We're mourning the death of a family member. What do you want from me? Okay? What more do you want from me? And he rolled with that. Not one time did he ever get online and say, "Look, don't bash my wife. Don't do none of that." He was getting off on that mess. Okay, 1 minute he want to make it work. He gonna do everything. He gonna do this and do that. He wanted the heat off of him, and he finally, when it cooled down and everything, everybody went back to, it's now old news. So yeah, let me go ahead, just go ahead and chill. And she didn't want that heat on her, because they didn't know. And the last time that she actually addressed the YouTube audience was when um, they said she cursed those on the internet, and she explained that too. She said, "I ain't cursed nobody. I read from the Bible," and sure enough, she did. Psalms 109. You know, um, which is the precursor to the famous statement, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper." That is the verses before that is what she read. Hit dog will holler. For somebody to say she cursed them. She cursed them with the word of God. Brilliant. Brilliant. Now we already knew that, the Bible is a bunch of spells, prayers. Yeah. Spells, prayers, curses, prayers. Yeah. We already knew that. But anyway, it's man made, but yeah. Prayers, curses, yeah, prayers. Yeah. You know, hexes, prayers. Yeah. We got that. I did say prayers, right? Yeah. Um, she used that book. She used the good book everybody uses. And those who couldn't take what she said They labeled it as a curse. I thought that was funny when I heard that. Just as they're trying to get everything together and try to make it work and try to work through this, you know, he got in his feelings. You know, after all these years, you don't come and after everything you put this woman through, you gonna come back and ask her, do you still in love with me? I can only say for myself, had that question came out of and one of my ex's mouths, am I still in love with you? You still breathing, right? If they had put me through what this poor woman went through with this man, undeserved. This is a woman who didn't want the spotlight. She just wanted him to recognize his wife. He was looking at what his followers were going to think. All his followers were women. He had a smorgasbord. He had a smorgasbord. And he had he got off on that. He liked that. So, having said that, it's kind of one of those things. Your wife don't even want to be in the limelight. You can walk that red carpet. She'll meet you inside, you know. Or if you're a real man, even though she don't want to be in the limelight, you walk that red carpet, he gonna say, come here, baby. And he goes, y'all, this my wife. Get us. And pose for him, for everybody. When he speaks of the relationship things that he teaches on, his wife should be a namesake in the conversation. When me and my wife were young, my wife has told me this, my wife has contributed to this, something in a positive light that say, hey, I'm married. He didn't want nobody to know he was married. And for the longest time, no one knew he was married until his Philanderees started talking and telling, and it came out. Because to be quite honest, when the girls started talking about, oh, they gonna tell everything about their Justin, I said, well, yeah, he's single man, just because he got more than one girlfriend don't mean anything. Until they said, no, he married. What? He what? What? Yeah, what? Yeah, married. What? Yeah, and changes everything. I didn't know he was married. Neither did a whole lot of people. Why is that? He didn't want to lose that status. And that was the most disrespectful thing you could do to your wife, who did not want that type of clout. Just say you're married. There's a lot of heartthrobs out here that got girlfriends and still got women swooning over them. Elvis Presley, the late Elvis Presley, married and got women screaming for him. When you saw pictures, you saw his wife. You saw Priscilla with him. Okay. Those are things that, I'm saying. But you want to, I keep thinking of Bill Clinton when I think of Derrick Jackson because his girlfriends just couldn't keep their mouths shut. I just, anyway, just ruined all of it. If he had it like that, which he didn't, but anyway, I'm going all over the place with this, and that's my choice because just the thought of how this man did this woman, he should not even have a channel anymore. And that's my opinion. But she held her own with style and grace, Christian love, and she did a beautiful, beautiful job. And the ending part shows what she is doing with her life. She's going to she either graduated divinity or still going to divinity school. So, she is taking her walk with Christ seriously, and she's wanting to help heal other women, and I commend her for that. And um, uh, Derrick Jackson, I don't know what he doing, but I know the last part, um, when people, had talked so negatively about Danae's looks. Girlfriend was bad. She was bad when she sat on that couch. Okay. And even in her Instagrams, when she was going through her weight loss journey and getting healthy journey and getting past this whole thing journey, you know, she's a natural hair woman and she's pretty. I don't care what, but there's people saying, look at her, she looks fine, blah, 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 blah. That's because I'm pregnant. You know, I'm not going to look my best, especially in my own home. And she stood by him. She lived the lie. She didn't lie. She didn't backpedal or peep pop at all. She owned her square. She stood on her square. And that I can commend her for. She said she did that because she, you know, how she put it. I asked all these things for you to do for me. It's my turn to return the favor. I'm paraphrasing, you know, but in essence, okay, we need to do this damage control. Let's get it on. Let's do it so we can take care of it. But like I said, he asked, are you still in love with me? And she says, I'm not in love with you, but I still love you. And then he didn't want to have nothing else to do with her physically as a wife. And then, he want to talk, but he out here swinging it from left to right with anything. Fish stop breathing. He walk by aquarium. He sling it on anything. You can tell that I'm a little perturbed with that man. But anyway, she he's slinging it everywhere. Well, you know, I lost my train of thought as I took this drink. But anyway, she did everything she needed to do as a woman and a mother. She's got 3 children. She's taking care of her babies. And now I'm back to it. Wow. He don't want to, he's slinging it left and right. And she wants to be with her husband, in a certain way. He talking about, I just want to talk, but he flinging it everywhere, and then, as soon as she got to the point where, okay, well, hell, you don't want me, I'm going ahead and mind my own business, so to speak. And I'm paraphrasing everything. This is not verbatim. You have to watch the video. Um, and that is Dear Future Wifey channel. He stopped wanting to be with her, so he can be the notorious anyway. Um, there was 2 digs, which the last one I think was just classic of the people, the general public. The first part where he talking about how the hell you text somebody. I've heard about people asking for divorces or anything like that via text. I want to break up. They can't say it to your face. That's a coward. That's a coward. You text the woman that bore your 3 children, the woman that stood there through thick and thin, through BS with you. You text her you want a divorce. You want out this marriage. When she didn't give you a response or throw a fit, start crying, losing her mind or anything and begging, and you come and you ask her, hey, you got any questions about, that text I sent you? And she says no, and you go on social media and says that she was being manipulative, what do you expect her to say? I know what you expect her to say, that in a true narcissist fashion, you wanted her to be groveling, begging to come back, begging for you to come back and stay with the family. She was over it, very over it. And then the last part that got me was how the public came back and gave Mr. Jackson a little chin music. Apparently, he got on some social media and wishing her a happy Mother's Day. And apparently, he wrote something. And you want to know something? I wonder if it was one of his philanderies that was doing that typed it up, because the shots fired was clear. Made a comment about, you're good, pretty much she's a good mama, but there's times where she didn't show up for herself, but she showed up for her kids. And she explained the reason behind that, but my thought was, you made it that way. And why would you even bring that up? Why would you bring that up? She didn't come she didn't show up for she showed up for her kids, but she didn't show up for herself. Anyway, he thought, or they thought, meaning one of his philanderies and him, that this might be a good look, given the fact of everything. And sounds like the public ate him up and spit him out and let him know, you're the cause for any and everything that happened with her, with Denia. 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 Okay. You're the one who put her through that stress. You're the one who was out there and you had all your business out there on a platter. You're the one who had the big mouth mistresses. If I say that loosely. You're the cause for your family to fall apart. Did she have a part? Yeah, but it's nowhere near as heavy as yours, Mr. Jackson. But overall, there was a really great video. It was a really great interview. I wish Mrs. Jackson all the best, and I'll continue to call her Mrs. Jackson until it's final. I'm hoping that you get everything that your heart and your hand for you and your babies to hold. And Mr. Jackson can go and do what he do best. And heaven forbid he gets another one. I hope turnabout's fair play. So kudos to Denia Jackson. And as you can tell throughout this whole video, my reaction to it. And like I said, he got bodied. And she did it all in elegant, classy Christian love. Because I would have been petty like a AF. ASF. I would have been an ass. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to even sit up and say, all three of my dogs laid out in my bed like they own it. Anyway, I just happened to turn around and see that. Yeah, she gave him the work, and he deserved every bit of it. So check out the video. Again, it is Dear Future Wifey channel. It's a podcast. I don't know the gentleman, his name, who who's the host of this podcast. He did a phenomenal job. He even he even put out his own testimony that he's actually talking to a woman that went through the situation that he put his own wife in. But it was behind the scenes. It was never in a public stance or a public space like this. And it turned out to be a really great interview. You guys check it out. Like, share, subscribe. I can always use more subscribers. I'm still trying to learn new content, new ways of putting it out there. Anyway, you might get some more reaction videos. You might just get something that's on top of my mind that I want to talk about. Either way, you all have a great, wonderful day and upcoming weekend. And I'll chat with y'all later. Peace.